Biafra, superstars, media.
Yeah, Biafra is the freedom. Yeah, Biafra, let it be known. We're here for the throne. Biafra, we going home. Yeah. Mazi and Ambekano, Mazi is Samanek, my Prime Minister Biafra. You know he does it better. I'm looking all strapped up in this game, Biafra soldier. Let my name be known, nigga. I'm the soldier. Yeah, I'm fighting for liberation. I'm fighting for the people. I'm fighting for my freedom. Yeah, we fight for Biafra. Let it be known, cause we're straight from Africa. Yeah, the black nation, the nation of God. I am the My people, my Biafran people, now how on a day? I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending from where you're listening to the sound of my voice. This one, Biafra Superstars Media, and I'm holding it down. I say, may God bless Biafra, and may God bless His Excellency Oyendu Mazinamde Kano. May God bless His Excellency, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, His Excellency ESN Ekpa Simon Njoko, for the job Simon is doing. Someone I want to say we thank you, we appreciate you, we love you, because we know in your hands Biafra is coming, in your hands Biafra is safe, and in your hands when Biafra comes, the people of Biafra will rejoice. My fellow Biafrans, today I want to be brutal. I want to be firm with this man they call RUFAI OSENI. You all say RUFAI is the best journalist in that zoo called Nigeria. You said you love RUFAI OSENI. You said he is the best. You say he's a type that speaks truth to power. But today, I want to pick the brain of RUFAI OSENI when it comes to this man they call Alhaji Lateef Jakande. Because today I have gone to the Twitter page, or the X page, what they call today, of Mr. RUFAI OSENI. And he's there lamenting about the good works of Alhaji Lateef Jakande. In his X page, he said, when he left office, Jakande lived in Ilukbeju. He had no mansions in Victoria Island. He could have acquired all for himself. Can we say so for others? This is the question that RUFAI OSENI is posing to those he calls the politicians of Nigeria. And this is the same man, RUFAI OSENI, who said he loved Nigeria. He said, God bless Nigeria. He said, Nigeria go better. RUFAI OSENI, today I want to ask you this question. I want to spar with you intellectually. How can you say you love Nigeria when the main fabrics that make that country, the principles, the yardstick, the foundation of Nigeria has been destroyed by the so-called politicians of today? We all know the great man Alhaji Lateef Jakande. Most of us went to his school, Jakande schools. Even though at first the Western world, they were laughing at Jakande. They said he was building pig farms, calling it schools. But for the fact during those days we had a roof over our head to study, most of us, we gained from the universal education that Mr. Jakande provided for everybody. Even your so-called politicians of today, people like Tinubu, though he's not a Nigerian, so I'll skip him out. Men like Peter Obi and the rest of them, they all enjoyed the fringe benefits that Jakande provided. That foundation, that educational foundation, that background that you all needed in the South, or in the Southwest, to be more specific. So today, RUFAI OSENI, you now, the same person now, lamenting about the good days, the good old days of Lateef Jakande. A man who never stole a penny from that zoo. But today, even the so-called councillors, even the so-called local government chairmen, they have acquired more wealth than Lateef Jakande ever did. Yet, RUFAI OSENI, in his high horse, still believes in Nigeria go better. What are the metrics this guy is using to judge, to make that statement? Say Nigeria go better. When you can see, even up to the level of your councillors now, your local governments, they are not functioning. The governors, they control the local government. The governors, they have the local government in their pockets. Not only that, back in the days, being a traditional ruler used to be a very high esteemed position. In fact, the governors, they used to be scared and they respect the traditional rulers. But today, look at the way your so-called kings, the Igwes, the Bale, the Kabiesis, and the rest of them, see the way they are being treated by governors. During the days of old, during the time of colonization, when Britain came to that contraction they call Nigeria, it was the traditional rulers, it was the kings, the Obas that fought them, that stood firm against the British rule. We all know the story about the great Oba Ovoranwe. When he gave Britain the water, Britain, they went back, said, no. This is unbelievable that in Africa, there is a king out there that has his army. And they slaughtered all our men. Britain came back with a reinforcement. And when they came, they destroyed the whole kingdom of the great Ovarame. But for the respect they have for him, they could not kill him because they know the people love their king. They knew the dire consequences of killing the king of the people. So what they did was to send him on exile. Now you get it. Now you know how far we have fallen as a people. From the days when your Oba, your kings, your Igwes, they were respected. They were held on a very high pedestal. That was why men like Jakande, when they had power, when they were in politics, they dare not steal the wealth of the people. But today, look at the governors. They've allowed just one tribe, a tribe, the Fulani tribe. They allowed one tribe out of 270 tribes. You allowed one tribe to control and frustrate the whole contraption you call Nigeria. Just one tribe. One tribe out of more than 260 different tribes in that Zoo Republic. Today as we speak, you allowed a foreign person, your slave master, your colonizer, to give you a name as Nigeria, Niger area, Negus, the land of the blacks, the land of the black resources, the river Niger that flows the mineral resources. From river Niger, they looked at you and a woman, a prostitute known as Flora Shaw, a lady trying to be good in her so-called journalism. She wrote an essay and she called you Niger area, the area of the river Niger. She said because that's a better name for a business. A company should not have a long name. It makes no sense. When Nigeria was known as the Royal Niger or whatever, she said, why not come with a better name? When she was naming you based as a business. She wanted something that catches, a very good phrase. And she said, the Royal Niger Company is too long. The Royal Niger Company is too long. Lord Lugard, why don't we break it down to Niger area? From Niger area, you now got Nigeria, because don't forget where they call Niger as we speak was colonized by France, and there was a steep competition between Britain and France. So when Flora Shaw told Lord Lugard about Niger area, When the French, they reported it, they called it Nigeria. Then over time, when the media picked it up, they called it Nigeria. The name of a company is a so-called contraption that RUFAI OSENI says he loves. He says Nigeria go better. He says God bless Nigeria. He says I love Nigeria. He says God bless the military of that Zoo Republic. RUFAI OSENI, today I'm picking up on you. I want to spar with you. They say you are the best in that zoo. Today, I want to spar intellectually with the best. The so-called best journalists from that zoo. I'm holding you by what you tweeted on X. You said again, I'll quote, when he left office, Jakande lived in Ilupeju. He had no mansions in Victoria Island. He could have acquired all for himself. Can we say so for others? The answer is no. That's a rhetoric question, but the answer is no. Yet you still believe in a contraption that is declining. RUFAI, sometimes, it beats my imagination. How when I watch you on Arise News, you are dropping the knowledge, you are dropping jewels. When I listen to you at your TV station, your radio station, Voice of the People, 90.3 FM, I hear a man who is very eloquent, a man who is vast, a man who is educated. But when it comes to the affairs of that zoo called Nigeria, you keep on messing about. You keep on acting naive and stupid. You keep acting foolish. Your arguments are childlike. You believe in Nigeria, a contraption given to you by your slave master. Do you love slavery? Do you love colonization? How dare you choose the name of your slave master? Damn on you, man. You form my hand, guy. And now you are complaining about the good old days. When the foundation is faulty, do not expect anything above it to stand. You are here, you are lamenting about the good works of Lateef Jakande. One out of a few. You are lamenting, saying, oh, during the good old days, Jakande, he built everything. This man walked on water. He was a god amongst men, because till this day we are still enjoying what he did. The roads he built, the houses he built, till this day we are still enjoying it. If not for Jakande, most of us we will not be educated. That's what you are saying now. But today your politicians, the other time someone stole $870,000 to pay for, oh my God, have mercy. A politician just, this man, Yahaya Bello, whatever, on the news. $870,000 to pay for school fees as a deferred payment. The children, they are not yet in university, but he is paying in advance. And that is the country you believe in. RUFAI, I keep telling you, the only reason why you love Nigeria this much is because your career, your role in journalism, it is thriving in a contraption. It is thriving in a banana republic. It is thriving in a zoo environment. It is thriving where every day you get juicy news. Nigeria is like a movie. And those, in most cases, that get the best opportunity in Nigeria are those telling the stories, those from the sideline commentating. Every day you have a story to tell about Nigeria. When you wake up in the morning, there is breaking news. Boko Haram, ISWAP, Fulani killer headsmen, Okwama, breaking news. Some greedy military men went to Okwama for oil, gold, and silver. And when they were caught on the crossfire, 17 of them kicked the bucket. And suddenly, the whole community in Okwama had to pay for the sins of a few. Juicy news. You all pick on those news. But the same military in that zoo, they stopped you, the journalist, from accessing a community called Okwama. There is a crime scene and nobody was allowed to go into the crime scene for more than 7 weeks. Not even the governor of that state. Talk less of the journalist. But yet, Rufai, you are on your high horse, telling us how you love Nigeria and reminiscing about the good old days. The good old days when you had Jakande. See where your mind go. How many years ago, how many years back then did we have Jakande? He is still the yardstick you are using to judge that zoo. He is still the yardstick you are using to tell how well you love Nigeria, how well with time Nigeria go better. But look at the foundation of Jakande. Look at the man called Jakande. The same house he had before he went into politics was the same house he had when he left office. Think about that. That's the Fulani killer headsmen dressed in Nigerian military uniform. They go to Okwama because of the greed for oil. They are Fulani men who owns the oil well. They told them to go to Okwama because there is a disruption in the flow of their oil. And when they met their demise, when they met their water 100, when they met their Waterloo, you journalists, you cry and clamor on how you love Nigeria, how you love your military. They gave them a 3 days of mourning. Oh my God, have mercy. But in the same vein, when the Christian military, when the Igbo military and the Yoruba military, when they go to the north to protect the people in the north, when the community members, they invite them to come and chop rice, to come and chop tuwo shinkafa, to come and drink their kunu, as they are drinking it, unknown to them, listen to me somebody, unknown to the military men, that the community people, they have planned with Boko Haram, they have planned with ISWAP, they have planned with ISIS, they have planned with Fulani killer headsmen. When the Igbo soldiers and Yoruba soldiers, they are busy eating the food, they are enjoying the food given to them by the community. They lay down their guns, they lay down their ammunitions, they lay down their guards, and they are enjoying the food. While enjoying the food, lo and behold, from behind their back, men will start to shoot them. Men will buy them. They will die. The Fulani headsmen will shoot. ISWAP, Boko Haram, ISIS will do the damage. Guess what happens? The same military does not put that community under siege. They don't chase the community into the bushes. The whole of a community, more than 200 people, 200,000 people will not be sent to the bushes. They will not be sent into hiding. They will not be sent into packing. They allow them to leave. And there is no 3 days mourning for the Christians soldiers. There is no 3 days mourning for the Igbo and Yoruba soldiers. Those stubborn soldiers who choose to remain in that zoo, you don't mourn them for 3 days in the nation. But when it happens in Okwama, in the land of Biafra, suddenly the media, everybody now loves their military. And the whole community has to pay. More than 200,000 people, you destroyed their homes, you sent them into the bushes. This is the 7th week and counting. 7 bloody weeks, my people, they are in the bush, hiding, being bitten and killed by snakes and scorpions. They can't even bury their dead. And RUFAI OSENI is saying he loves his military. Today, I want to speak to RUFAI OSENI. It is time to put some senses in his head. Because this madness has to stop. How can you claim to be the best and your thinking, the way you rationalize things, there is fault, there is flaws in everything you say? 1 minute you are saying you love Nigeria. The next minute you are lamenting how Jakande, a great man during those days, he did miracle, but something your governors of today cannot do. My fellow Biafrans, today I'm speaking to this man they call RUFAI OSENI. I don't hate him. I love him. He's somebody I always, respect and admire how he does his things. But at this point, seeing this tweet, it took me back. I was taken aback. Say, how can you tweet something like this up? So you know the problem of your politicians. You know the games they play, yet you still believe in that zoo. Because I was thinking this guy was naive about what is happening in that zoo. But he made a very good point when he said, when he left office, Jakande, that is, he lived in Ilukbeju. He lived in the same house in Ilukbeju. He had no mansions in Victoria Island, where all you rich people love to go. Once you made it in politics, you must build a house in VI, Victoria Island. If you are into fraud, into drugs, you must buy a house in Victoria Island to prove that you have arrived. But the man who laid the foundation of that zoo showed you how things could have been done differently. There was once a contraption called Nigeria. If men like that were allowed to do what they had to do, perhaps that zoo would have been different. But for the fact you all have turned to cowards, you see what the Fulani cabal they are doing in your contraption. You see how they've taken over all the government parastatals. You see how even your so-called presidency, Tinubu is scared of them. He is scared to do anything about the cabal. He is busy attacking the Biafrans. Just yesterday, America, they declared that Emefiele and Nnamdi Kanu, Nigeria has not been fair to the Biafrans the way they handle their cases. They've not been fair because of the cowardice. The Yorubas know they cannot touch the Fulani. They are untouchable. The only people the Yorubas can touch are the Biafrans. But when it comes to the so-called the Fulanis, when they are in the head, when they are presiding over that country, they can punish the Yorubas and punish the Biafrans. When the Biafrans wants to fight them, the Yorubas will join hands with the Fulani to attack us. That is the problem. That is the quagmire. That is the conundrum that we find ourselves in that zoo. And RUFAI OSENI, you know this of a fact, but you are not being fair when it comes to the affairs of the Biafrans. You are not being fair. Before your eyes, our good friend Chief Sunday Igboho was released by Tinubu, a Yoruba man. Before your eyes, Sowore was released. They said they have no case against Sowore, a Yoruba man. Before your eyes. Before your eyes. What about that Fulani man, the guy they just released some few days ago? Everybody else have been released apart from the Biafrans. When you want to attack the Buhari government, the only man you can attack is Emefiele, the weakest link. You know Emefiele was a yes sir man. He was a yes man to Buhari. But you cowards cannot face the bully that you know caused the problem in that zoo. You leave Buhari alone. You are focusing on Emefiele. Last time I checked, my fellow people who are listening to me, last time I checked, somebody told me that Betta Edu, her job is safe. She's still working as a humanitarian minister or whatever you want to call it. She was not the one they were after. It was the girlfriend of Buhari, the past humanitarian minister, that the Tinubu government they are after. But because they are scared of the cabal, They have to play, if come with a childlike kind of stuff to put better edu on the hot seat. But now they are saying they want to investigate for the past 8 years. They want to investigate the office to see how far things have gone. So all the money that they are finding out now, it wasn't the money that better edu stole. It's the money that the girlfriend of Buhari stole while in power. Look at the case of Yaya Bello. The same thing happened. They were scared to go all out for Yaya Bello. They became an audio, EFCC became an audio government parastatal. They were on social media explaining how they called Yaya Bello on the phone, begging him to come through the back door. Just imagine that. They called him on the phone, begging him, Oga, I beg now, come through the back door. Come through the back door. And I said, no, come and see me in my village. Come and speak to me in my village. That's how confident the cabal they are speaking. But when it came to the case of Rocha Sokorocha, you saw how they broke down his house. When it came to the case of Willie Obiano, you saw the way from airport, the man during handover, under 6 hours, he was booking a private flight to escape the zoo. They caught him at the airport. We saw a video of him drinking water with singlet and shorts. Different strokes for different folks. So it beats my imagination. Say, this man they call RUFAI OSENI, my guy, somebody don't get me wrong. I'm not here to have any beef with him. I just want to discuss with this guy intellectually. I want to spar with his brain. I want to understand his mind frame, his state of mind. Why is he thinking the way he's thinking? You know this fact about Jakande, but you still believe that the politicians of today will change Nigeria. If you know the kind of man Jakande was, does any of these politicians meet or match 20% of the kind of man Jakande was? Sometimes you have to test the hypothesis. If the answer is no, then you will now have to know that the trajectory of Nigeria is going to a direction where things will implode. It will self-implode. It will self-destruct. I rest my case. From me, from here, for now, I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I remain yours truly, Biafra, Superstars Media. God bless you.
Yeah, check me out. Superstars Media. Lord Logan, Bloomington, Lord Logan, and it's Wild Flora Show. 1914 amalgamation is what we dying for. 3 nations to 1 nation, ever since annihilation. Nepotism is nonsense. You and you, clap your hands. Biafra gonna come, clap your hands. Biafra, Odudua, we're free now. Freedom is gonna come, we're free now. Yeah.